Okay, I'm back. Leslie's Likes. Hey guys, coming at you this morning to finish up the corned beef and cabbage that we started last night, because that's my first favorite like, because St. Patrick's Day is 2 days away. So the first thing we're gonna do is take that corned beef out of the crock pot. Remember, we had it cooking overnight. So it is now completely done. And we're gonna get that right out of the crock pot. Put that down over here. And into the exact same water that is already in the crock pot, you're gonna throw in your potatoes. Now, I didn't plan this very well. I only have 2 potatoes left, but that's okay. I'm just cooking for myself. So 2 potatoes it is. You could also throw in carrots if you wanted to, big chunks of carrots. I'm not a big cooked carrot eater, so I don't do that. But if I was cooking for a group, I would, because it makes a really nice presentation on the plate, very colorful. You could also at this point take your cabbage and cut it into quarters or eighths and put that in the pot as well. I, however, don't boil my cabbage or steam my cabbage. I fry my cabbage, not in like the deep fried sense, but sauteed sense. So I already have my cabbage cut up. It's just in small little pieces, okay? So I'm gonna take that. I've melted about a half a stick of butter in this pan. You could also use olive oil or avocado oil or any good healthy oil. I personally like butter. So I'm gonna take my cabbage and throw it in that pan. I don't know if you heard that sizzle or not, but it's a nice sizzle. And then I'm gonna take my tongs and just kind of stir it around in the butter. And put a lid on it, okay? Then you're gonna just let that go. Next thing I need to do is slice an onion. So, just gonna take my onion. Remember, there's 2 sides to an onion. There's the tip and the butt. The butt's the hairy looking part. I always leave that intact. Cut off the tip. And then butt side up, slice it right in half. I'm only using half an onion today, so I'm just gonna peel the half of an onion, and that's why I leave it butt side attached. I leave the butt attached because the onion holds together really well. If I had cut that butt off, the onion could be falling apart right now while I'm trying to peel it. So I don't want that. Now that it's peeled, I cut off the butt, and I'm gonna cut that half of an onion into quarters, okay? Then I'm gonna bring out my chopper. This is one of my favorite tools in my kitchen, okay? It's got a small chopper and it's got a large chopper. I'm using the large one, okay? It's really easy. It comes out for easy cleaning. Anyhow, just put it in, lock it in place, and you're good to go. Put it back on top of the container. Put your onion right on the chopper. I don't know if you can see this, like that. And then, boom. So you can do that with all of your onion pieces. There's something so satisfying about this. My daughter-in-law got me this for Christmas. It's one of my best favorite kitchen gadgets. And look, chopped onions. Easy peasy, no tears, no nothing. Anyhow, now I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna throw that right in with the cabbage. In you go. I will say, the only thing I don't like about this contraption, it's not hard to clean. I just hate washing dishes. So it is one extra dish that I have to wash, but whatever, I guess. Anyhow, we're back to our corned beef. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? So you'll notice there's a lot of fat on top. Remember, fat equals flavor, so that's why we left the fat on there, to cook it in the fat. Now I'm just gonna kind of take that fat off, cut it right off. You can kind of skim it off. It'll come off easier that way than trying to actually cut it, because it's still warm, it's very soft. Okay. Now, just get in there with your hands. That's what I do. It's really easy. There's something to be said for cooking with your hands. God gave them to you, so why not use them? As long as they're clean. Always wash your hands first. Okay. Then, what you end up with is a nice clean piece of corned beef. And how to slice a corned beef. Okay, always slice the corned beef away from the grain, against the grain. If you cut it with the grain, it's gonna fall apart. So just like a good steak, you wanna cut against the grain. So there's the grain. You can tell how the grain is. So I would be cutting it this way, against the grain. Okay, I'm not gonna do that right now. But there's my corned beef, all cooked. Let me wash my hands, they're kind of greasy. Corned beef is all cooked. Potatoes are cooking. Cabbage is cooking. It's really easy. I'm gonna mix this up a little so the onions get mixed in. I don't really cook much with salt. I'm not a salt person. I use a lot of herbs and spices, but not really that much salt. I don't care what the chefs all say on TV that you have to have salt. You don't. There's nobody that's ever eaten my food that has said, ew, that's disgusting, there's no salt. I have a salt shaker in the house. If you want to add salt, feel free. But what I do cook with, especially cabbage, is fresh ground pepper. So we're going to add some pepper to that. And I like a generous amount of pepper. Okay, mix that in. And then you're just going to put a lid back on it and cook that until it's nice and soft. I let it cook a little past soft because I like some color on it, so it kind of caramelizes the onion and the cabbage, and it's really good. So there you have it. I'm not going to come back and show you a finished product. It's just boiled potatoes. You don't need to see what that looks like necessarily. The corned beef was the important part. So there's my corned beef. My potatoes are cooking. My cabbage is cooking. I'm working all weekend, so I'm not gonna get a chance, and I'm also working Monday, so I'm not gonna get a chance to cook corned beef and cabbage on Monday, so I just made it ahead of time. And now I'll have it ready to heat up for my Monday dinner. So, corned beef and cabbage, one of Leslie's many likes. Come back and join us for more of my likes. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the little bell notification so you find out more of my likes. Thanks.